Ooh, people are racing on the freeway. I'm talking too much. Today's video is the second part of a 4-part series that I started with my closet clean out video. You may have seen it. It has done spectacularly well compared to my other videos. I was really chomping at the bit to make this video because I love breaking things down, right? I like breaking down a vision into elements and figuring out like, okay, what are the pieces that actually make up this vibe or the style words or whatever that I'm trying to achieve. The things I wore the most were my yellow Everlane sweater. I wouldn't have predicted that that was like a spring staple, but I love it so much. Obviously wore my Blundstones a ton. They're just such a good, comfortable shoe. I love that I can slip them on very easily. They are a little bit difficult to take off, but I can slip them on very easily. They're comfortable. They're good for all kinds of weather. I love those shoes. I can't believe I waited so long to get on the bandwagon of Blundstones. My suede Bostons, they are a trendy shoe for a reason. They look really good with a variety of outfits. I wore them with dresses, I wore them with shorts, I wore them with pants, wore them with jeans. If you've been on the fence about getting Bostons, especially if you're a mom and you need something to quickly slip on and off, they're great for that. Then my yellow knit vest. It's so funny that if it was cold, I was wearing the long sleeve yellow sweater, and if it was hot, I was wearing the vest version of a yellow sweater. I guess my 5th most worn would be my jellies. I combined the count on the purple jellies and the brown jellies just because I feel like I was more going for shape and color with the purple. But yeah, I think those were a good investment and I'm excited to style them, especially during the summer. They're gonna look so cute. Obviously the linen pants I wore a lot. I always wear them. The linen shorts I wore a lot. I'm literally wearing them again today because it's 87 degrees. My pull-on tie front denim shorts, those are my go-to denim shorts. Especially because I've been feeling really drawn to like the fisherman style and the fisherman aesthetic. Something about that. There is an easiness to them. They're not constricting, but they still give me the look of denim, the contrast of denim. They're also just a great wash. I love those. I love those shorts so much. My brown dress, the dress that I wear the most. Gotten a little bit self-conscious about how much I wear it, and I've thought, you know, do I buy another dress? Because I've even considered wearing it to like a friend's wedding or when I have a girls, like a night out with my friends. I'm like, oh, am I wearing this dress too much? I'm having that kind of, you know, Lizzie's an outfit repeater moment in my head. But even as someone who's like creating content online, something that I want to get more comfortable with is the idea of like, yeah, having a limited wardrobe. And who cares? Like, who cares if that is my like dressy dress, you know what I mean? And then my knit scarf, you know, it's me made May. My scarf is so damn wonky. It's kind of ridiculous how wonky it is, but it's one of my most prized possessions because I made it, and it took, I no joke, restarted that project like 10 to 12 times and I finished it, and it's not perfect, but I don't care. I think I'm gonna make like 3 or 4 of those scarves and then I'll move on to something else, but I love that scarf so much. All right, so we're gonna react to my outfits. I saved it to this highlight called April Looks. This outfit I love. Let's start from the top. I love that beanie. I love the color of that brown. I really like how the beanie kind of echoes the boot color, like they really complement each other, create almost like a sandwich. I love this yellow sweater. It is one of my favorite things that I own right now. Also, I made my little scarf and I was so proud of it. I had to wear it, especially as it was like a little bit chilly. The next outfit, I am again wearing my little knit scarf that I'm very proud of, and I'm wearing my Blundstones, my like slubby, comfy, brown knit cardigan that I think I would probably say is what kicked off my love affair with like a chocolate brown. I I don't know, I just kind of like found it on a whim and I liked it so much and I got it, and it's been a go-to. All right, April 3rd, I'm trying to remember what I did here. Oh, I think I might have hung out with my friends, and I wore my Everlane sweater and my Blundstones, shocker, but love that. And I love the little pop of blue in the socks of this outfit. I think this is very indicative of the colors that I'm drawn to at the moment. I love the pale yellow with a chocolatey brown and a little like hit of like a faded blue. I love that. All right, this next look is more yellow. This is the yellow sweater vest that I thrifted that last January, and I think that piece is perhaps one of the things that like really started to give away what my personal style is at the moment. It was like a window into what I wanted to wear, and I wore it with my trusty linen blend wide leg pants from Old Navy. I love those things. They're fantastic. I love them so much. I love the fit of them. I love the price point. Everything is good about them. Quick and easy little outfit for getting a takeout dinner with the fam. With the fam? Who says that? I don't. With my family. All right, here we go. This is the summertime version of the outfit from 2 days before. And I really like this outfit, honestly. And then I wore it also with this straw bag that I got from Gap. I love it. This is such a cool vibe. This feels very me. It feels relaxed. It feels, it feels approachable. It doesn't feel like too fussy. And I think that's what I really like about it. Okay, this next look I'm actually really proud of because I really thought about how to put this together. I was going for like what my grandma might have worn in the 40s / maybe early 50s. My grandma grew up in El Salvador. She still lives there. This is my like trusty bronzy brown t-shirt that I thrifted. It's a Madewell t-shirt in, I think it's called like dried olive is the color that they described it as on the website, and I think that's the perfect description for it. It is like a dried olive color, and I have this in a large, so it's like very drapey, very oversized. One of the t-shirts I think that kind of also began my style shift into wanting tops that are a little bit more oversized, loose, not too fitting of the body. That honestly probably has a lot to do with, you know, my body image and not feeling super at home in my own body. I've wanted to kind of talk about like moms and body image, and I haven't wrapped my brain around how I would talk about it necessarily, but for sure, like something that I've noticed for myself is I very much want things that are not form-fitting. I think some of that has to do with just preferring the easiness of it, but I would be lying if I told you it wasn't also because I'm like not, I'm not body neutral. I'm not body image neutral, let me put it that way. Not a popular thing to say on the internet, but 7 years ago I started having kids. So I was pregnant, I embraced my body changing. Even when I wasn't pregnant, then I was postpartum, and then I was nursing and my hormones were everywhere, and then I would get pregnant again. And so it's just been like pregnancy, like extended nursing, pregnancy, extended nursing, pregnancy, extended nursing, and doing very little to take care of my physical body in between. I don't hate my body. I don't hate it. I'm very proud of what it's done. I'm thankful that my body was able to safely carry and deliver 3 healthy children. I do not take that for granted. I know that that is not a guarantee. Like, I'm at a nuanced point where I'm very grateful for what my body has been capable of doing and the gift of life that it has given me. I love my children so much, and I'm so thankful that I was able to carry them. Like I said, I'm so thankful that I was able to carry them, deliver them, nurse them until they were like, the shortest that I nursed was 16 months. So like, I'm very thankful for all of that. And also it has taken a toll on my physical body. It's just like, it's taken a toll on my body, and I like put that up on the shelf. Does that make sense? I think if you're a parent, you'll understand the notion of like, when we become parents, a lot of times we put things up on the shelf and we say like, I will come back to that like when I have time or the bandwidth or whatever, resources, whatever that is. And I feel like 7 years later is when I can finally look at that and be like, okay, let's take that off the shelf. Let's decide what the path forward is gonna be. Let's get back to the outfit. I love this t-shirt. But I overall really like this outfit. I like that it has this like vintage kind of nostalgic vibe to it. It was a perfect outfit for mom duties, being in the garden, all of that jazz. So, okay, the next one, starting to get warmer. We're back in the Everlane knit, the Cotton Crew knit. I love that thing. Overall, I think I was trying to play with color in this outfit and kind of, you know, not just do a beige mom thing, even though this is like almost a beige mom thing, but I really like it. I almost think that this outfit would have looked better with a denim short, just to like offer a little bit more contrast, but overall it's fine. It's just like, it's a fine outfit. This outfit I'm so proud of. This was what I wore to church on Palm Sunday, and I almost wish this is just what I had worn on Easter Sunday because it was such a good outfit. I'm wearing my Boston clogs again, obviously. I did pair it with some socks because I thought that would make it look just a little bit cooler. And I'm wearing this like denim puff sleeve dress. It's an old Gap dress. It's very cute. And then I layered my yellow sweater vest on top of it, and it just really brought a little bit more dynamic into the outfit. It gave it some layers, it gave some texture. I loved it, and I got a lot of compliments on that outfit, so I felt really good about it. Next outfit is my overalls, my little like cropped pale yellow, beige, maybe a little brown. I don't know what color it is. It's like it was a Target top that I packed for Hawaii and wore a lot in Hawaii. But I love that top. I love the color of it. Here's the thing. I love like a straw colored t-shirt, a straw colored item of clothing. Really, I love a straw colored anything. I just think it's such a pretty color. It reminds me of the hills here in Northern California in the summertime. It's just like so specific because the grass dries out, and it is just such a specific yellow, goldeny, pale brown. It's the color of straw. It's the color of dried grass, okay? I love the color of a dead leaf. I love the color of a dried grass, okay? That's just, I am who I am. But I love this outfit. I thought this was a good kind of transitional outfit in wearing the corduroy overalls, which need to be hemmed. That's a project that I'm working on. And by working on it, I mean I'm working on gathering the courage to plug in my sewing machine to see if it works so that I can attempt to hem my overalls. All right, God, this is gonna be a long video. I don't know that I love how the Blendstones look with this outfit. This outfit would have probably looked cooler with like my Adidas, like a sneaker. The next outfit we've got is a pretty decent one, I think. I wore my white t-shirt with my wide leg Everlane pants. These are the Sailor jean from Everlane, my suede Bostons, and the treasure of my wardrobe, my like vintage, probably Irish wool cardigan. I love this cardigan, so I love this outfit. I think this was very low-key, easy. I think this is what I wore the day I went denim shopping, actually. Next day, here we go. I'm back in that yellow Everlane sweater. I really like this outfit. I really do. I think this is such a cool outfit. This feels very me. Yeah, this is like a top-notch outfit for me, especially for day-to-day. Easter Sunday. Okay, so for Easter, I decided I was going to play with pattern, which is not something I usually do. This gingham top, it's a very pricey brand that like I wouldn't even know to recognize it, but I love it. I love the blue. I think this is what got me into blue. So I paired this gingham with a neutral striped linen blend skirt. I'm pretty sure this one is like an old Universal Thread, like Target brand skirt. And then I wore it with the purple jellies. I really like this outfit because I love that it's got color, it's got pattern, and I don't know, something about this is like subtle but interesting. And I feel like that is something that I'm really wanting to do more of. Something subtle, something textured, interesting but still kind of like in a minimalist way. I'll work on finding the words for it, but love it. Oh, so then I finally got my new jellies in, because I noticed that I was wearing these purple jellies a lot, and this is kind of like a wardrobe gap that I already closed, but I was realizing I really kind of wished that they were brown, and I wanted a better quality like jelly sandal. So I found some. They're like a French brand. I found them through a small company called Boston General Store. I think that's what they're called. I'll link them below. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't earn a commission if you buy them, but that store is like, has the lowest price point that I have been able to find in the researching that I've done. So if you're looking for some of those, like, go there. And I just wore it with something very simple. Overall, I think it was a good outfit. I really like how the vest and the shorts go together. Like, it feels very coastal, very easy. It also feels like kind of polished, but also very mom friendly, like very real life friendly. Big fan. Then this next outfit, I'm wearing my jellies again, because once I got them, I was obsessed. And I wore it with that oversized dried olive tee that I love, as well as these pale yellow Ralph Lauren shorts that I thrifted earlier this year. I rolled the bottoms up because they are just like a little bit too long on me. And this is another thing that, like, once I plug that sewing machine in, I'm gonna have these. But I love this outfit. I love the way the colors play off of each other. This is like just this just feels very me. I really love it. But the last thing I'll talk about are what my closet gaps are. I've mentioned a few times that I'm really interested in the kind of like fisherman coastal aesthetic. I'm not sure if I want to be coastal grandma or coastal granddaughter, but I'm really drawn to this kind of like loose, effortless, chic, but casual. The casualness of this kind of style is what's really drawing me. I think one of the things that I'm looking to add to my wardrobe are some boxer shorts. I'm tempted to try to make some. I might buy a pair first. I tried some on at Abercrombie. I wasn't a huge fan, but I did see that Abercrombie has some like poplin boxer pants, which could be really interesting to wear. I've been more drawn to like a pull-on pant than to a jean, especially as the months get hotter and hotter. So that's on my list of something that I want to get, like a boxer pant or a boxer short. I want to add more stripes to my wardrobes. I think because I want that kind of coastal vibe, doing a few more striped things could be interesting. So I think if I could find like a cool striped pant, or if I found a cool striped fabric, maybe I could make a cool striped pant. Again, this is me dreaming up projects for me to make. I have not even touched a sewing machine yet, but I'm dreaming. I am a dreamer if I am anything. The other thing that I'm really looking for is a solid colored skirt. Again, this is something I would kind of like to make. I have a white dress that has literally a skirt that is like 2 pieces. And if I could figure out a way to make this 2 pieces with like an elastic waistband, I think it would be the perfect skirt. It has like the perfect volume and flowiness that I am wanting. And I would love it in, again, like an off-white ecru beigey color, probably a chocolate brown, maybe a yellow. Holy cow, maybe I make 5 of those and I make it in just like white, yellow, brown, pale blue. Just the colors that I'm feeling drawn to. But I would love to throw in a gingham in there as well. Something I also really want is like a quilted vest. I saw this one on American Eagle's website. I like it so much. I really want it, but I think it would look really cool, and it could be a really fun way to add visual interest to, you know, my very simple outfits. The last 2 things that I think I'm gonna need to add are tank tops or sleeveless tops. This is an old eyelet cami from Old Navy that I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but it's, you know, it is what it is. And I just simply do not have that many tank tops that I think I'm going to be able to like rely on. So I'd like to expand my options there, as well as short sleeve blouses. I have two really nice long sleeve blouses. I have that beautiful gingham top, and I have a really pretty like ruffled white long sleeve blouse from Madewell from a few years ago that I absolutely adore. But when it starts to get really warm, I feel really hesitant to wear stuff like that, even if it is like a really delicate cotton. So I think I would like to experiment with like maybe some short sleeve, maybe some nice sleeveless if I can find it. I don't know. I need just something that's a little bit dressier but effortless. So I'm really like, I am towing a fine line of what I'm looking for as far as something that feels a little bit elevated or dressy or visually interesting without feeling fussy. You know, that can be a hard balance for me to strike. So going forward, now knowing what I'm looking for will help me when I end up going thrifting or while I'm browsing online. It just helps give me a direction so that I don't end up purchasing stuff that I don't want to wear, or purchasing stuff that looks pretty but doesn't fit into the stuff that I'm drawn to wearing at the moment. Because I think some things can be really beautiful and can fit well, but if they're not something that really is going to integrate with the rest of the clothes that I already have, then I really don't want to spend my money on them. So I'm trying to be really intentional. Like I said in my last video, I'm like a real person. I'm not on any PR list. I am literally rebuilding my wardrobe with the little pennies that I can scrape together. So I'm rebuilding my wardrobe like a normal person, not as an influencer or a content creator. My access is limited, I guess what I'm saying. My resources are limited, and so I do have to be kind of extra intentional about what I choose to put into my closet. I would love to know what's on your spring wish list. If you have like a certain style of denim that you're interested in trying out, or like what kind of vibe style words you would choose to describe your clothing choices and your clothing style at the moment. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, listening to me yap about what I wore. That feels pretty self-indulgent, but my hope is that if you are also rebuilding your wardrobe and trying to kind of figure out what kind of clothes you even want to wear or like to wear these days, that hearing me yap about my clothes and my choices for however long this video ends up being will kind of help give you a jumping off point to do the same for yourself. That it will give you a chance to start thinking about what are you being drawn to at the moment, and kind of what style you want to reflect, and what you might need or want to add to your closet for the upcoming warmer months if you're in the northern hemisphere. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for watching. If you would like to support my channel, the best way to do so is to subscribe. Most people who watch these videos are not subscribed, so hit the subscribe button. I won't even ask you to hit the like button. Literally just subscribe and watch the videos. And yeah, I'll see you next Friday. Have a good week, guys. Bye.